Welcome to a new episode, Resolute Fitness. It is Sunday sort of afternoon, and in today's episode we're going to be talking about Andy Stumpf's Instagram post and the New York Times article that was just released yesterday on sort of Greg Glassman and CrossFit. Also, this video isn't meant to be positive or negative, it is just what is happening at the moment in the CrossFit world. These are my views, these are my thoughts, and yeah, if you don't know who Andy Stumpf is or need any more information on that, I did a video last Friday, so you can find that. It'll probably pop up somewhere at some point. Full disclosure, if you don't want to hear news about Andy Stumpf, about the New York Times article, then stop watching the video now. If you've had enough of Greg Glassman and everything that's been going on and you don't want to watch the video, stop watching the video now. You have been warned. This is a news video about CrossFit, Greg Glassman and Andy Stumpf. Okay, so if you had seen my previous video on Andy Stumpf, which I posted last Friday, about his podcast that he did talking about Greg Glassman and about CrossFit and the CrossFit community. Now, today's the 21st, Sunday, yesterday, Andy Stumpf put an Instagram up with basically a screenshot of the New York Times article that was done by Katherine Rosman, which is basically taking a deeper look into the CrossFit community and Greg Glassman in particular. And he says in the description bit about how he had gave CrossFit a couple of options about communicating with himself and doing sort of like a YouTube video or a podcast, so CrossFit can have the platform to communicate. However, CrossFit have denied everything so far. So he states that he has been sort of threatened by Greg Glassman with character assassination, and then he also sort of mentions Dave Castro, that this is under his watch with CrossFit. So yeah, Andy Stumpf not too happy at the moment. So going over to the article, New York Times article, had a read of that yesterday a couple of times. Yeah, and it kind of goes over sort of similar things really what the podcast went over, kind of confirming that from a few people that have not sort of disclosed their names. There's a number of reasons for that. They might be under the NDAs and not being released from that, or just scared of sort of CrossFit coming after them really and having a lawsuit. So okay, so where does that leave us? So now, like I said, I'll put the links and everything to the New York Times article, but like I said, it's not very flattering for CrossFit, and certainly not for Greg Glassman. Now, a lot of people saying obviously Greg Glassman has now left, and Dave Castro is in charge, so can we not just disassociate ourselves with Glassman? But like I said previously, he is still the majority owner. Well, he owns all of it. So we're unsure and unclear at exactly how far away from CrossFit he actually is. And then there's also the other pending question now on who else was close to this sort of behaviour and culture at CrossFit Headquarters. So I think it's safe to assume now that this isn't going to go away, whether it's Andy Stumpf or whether it's New York Times or whoever else is going to come forward now. It's not going to go away, and CrossFit is going to be, or CrossFit Inc. is going to be the headline for all these stories and accusations moving forward. Andy Stumpf on his Instagram says this isn't the end. He said this is only the beginning, and like I said, I can't see it going away. So the thing that I don't understand, and what I think could happen, I think CrossFit could save themselves, but I'm not quite sure putting Dave Castro, who's obviously been so close to CrossFit, and Greg Glassman for so many years, is going to change anything. But if you were to look at other companies and sort of CEOs and look at what they do, maybe there's a solution there. So if you look at Burberry in sort of 2006, they were a struggling company, and a lot of people were sort of making counterfeit Burberry clothing, and they started getting a reputation. So if you look at what Burberry did with Angela Ahrendts back in 2006, she came into a company that was struggling and was able to improve them. Spent a few years improving them, made them the sort of the popular brands again they are today, and then got offered a position with Apple, working sort of alongside Tim Cook as Senior Vice President of Apple, and she's just announced that she's leaving in February. But I think it needs somebody like her, not saying for her to go into CrossFit, but it needs somebody that is smart, intelligent, that hasn't been attached to CrossFit in the past, in my opinion. If somebody could come in like that, sort of change it up a little bit, change the culture, and put clear statements and a clear pathway in place, I think that the CrossFit brand could be saved. At the moment, I think it's just super risky, the way they're going about it. And like I said, just to make it clear, like I've been doing CrossFit for a considerable amount of time now, so it's a shame the way it's gone, but I don't know, it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at the moment. And like I said, I think Dave Castro there now as CEO. A little video on what I've seen over the past couple of days. Interesting. Don't know what's going to happen next, but like I said, I can't see it going away anytime soon, which is a shame. Okay, so we've got New York Times article. It's going to be linked below. I'm not going to go through it in super detail. You can read everything in there, but basically there's the Wi-Fi password, there's people coming forward with sort of sexual harassment cases. It's an interesting read. Like I said, I don't want to go through it and then get misquoted on something, so it's best if you just read it yourself. Yeah, it's just this video hopefully sort of just give you a brief sort of idea of what's going on in the past couple of days. Alright, thanks for watching. If you can like, subscribe, much appreciated.